Something ate that thing pretty good, boy. God. We'll go ahead and get this thing stripped down. Well, she's almost new, but I'm gonna get the bumper off, tail light out. I'm gonna get all this interior panel out of the way so I can start working on that quarter panel. That wheel looking a little bent in too. Might need some suspension work. All right, Dan, let's get to it. All right, guys, story time. These CRV taillights, some of them can be pretty tough to get out. Normally, if you take a plastic wedge and get in there and kind of just work it real slow, you could pop it loose. Well, we had this old guy one time work for us, and it was a brand new one. And he stuck a wedge in there, and he was just ripping on that thing and broke the taillight, busted it. I think it was like probably an $800 taillight. I mean, he ruined it. But be careful, because they will break easy. You got to be real easy with them. Anyway, enough story time. Back to work. See that clip? Anytime you got a clip like that, knock it in, then pull it out. Pro tip. Pro tip. Alright, so from the inside, I got some inner structure damage here. This back panel, which is brake light pocket. That. I think that's the quarter. So that would be the quarter. Brake light pocket is a little damaged. I think I'm gonna get an arm in here. Try to pull this out. Get it back where it, close to where it was. And then cut it off. Start test fitting my new one. Anytime you're pulling any car that has been damaged like this, it's good to get the panel close to where it was factory before you cut it off, because a lot of the times if you just cut it right off without even pulling on it, your new panel's not going to line up, nothing's going to fit right, and you're just going to have way more time spending in trying to get it to fit right. You know, it's best to go ahead and just pull it and try to tweak it as best you can to get it as close to factory as it was before you go and start your repairs. And yeah, ask me how I know. Won't make that mistake again. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this board here. I'm gonna put it up here. And I'm gonna take this red arm here. And I'm gonna hook under, and through that hole, I'm gonna put it, that flat part on this board, and I'm gonna pull. And hopefully it'll pull this part out. But we'll see.
And I'm looking at photos. The salads look all right, I guess. But, you know, when you're getting a fast food salad. Here's the thing, though, is it like an exact salad, or is it like a something Wendy's and a 5-page salad? Probably more the latter.
What was your reaction when you found out Salad & Go was closing all its locations?
I was really upset, honestly. You know, it's always, to me, doors popping. There's always people here. It's always kind of busy whenever we go, but
It was popping over there, Jess. That's because, you know, people have voted for them, okay? They have been voted and awarded at Curtis High Tech. So rock and roll, we were over there, we saw the amazing yeah, but Curtis High Tech, for example. That's right, you can give them a call, 828-298-1428. That's 828-298-1428. Or you can pay, get it worked on, they'll tell you what you need, all without having to get up and use your phone for your work day. So check out Curtis High Tech. Promise you won't be disappointed. 1670 Tunnel Road, and when you get there, you say, hey, where's those reps at me?
The Mountain app, giving you the throwback experience of a transistor radio with better vision and sound. Download, hit play, and listen to us everywhere you go.
With over $110 million in total sales, scratch us from the North Carolina Education Lottery.
All right, so pulling it, you can see that the taillight pocket is kind of in there. And me, how I can tell that I've got it pretty much about where it should be is because it kind of starts looking like normal again instead of looking damaged. But stuff like this, you're not going to pull out perfectly. And like that, you know. I mean, I can get in there and try to pop it out as best I can. Right here, I don't really know what I'm gonna do with that one. Gotta think on that one just a second.
Find your own Caroline Aldi smile. Visit CarolineAldiOrthodontics.com.
And you tell the manager, it's life is nice. You tell the manager, right, the guy gets fired, maybe you get a gift certificate. That's how I handle it. Yeah, me too. All right, so then, what do they do? This is weird. How gross. Did you feel gross? Okay. Come with the turning yet, and I'll shave.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
In public with the lights bright, but you do your killing, not a human sight. A grand performance for the crowd.
I've never seen a car where the inner structure doesn't touch from here to here. There's nothing there. Nothing, just quarter panel. Crazy. I'm gonna cut down this line here, and then I'm gonna try to work it out underneath this panel.
So I got that stuff all set up for you. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty well about ready to start doing it. Drop down. Everything closed, playing ball 10, 11 o'clock at night. Anyway, so yeah, you might be sitting around the pool and drinking and everything, kids be going in and going, why do I have
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Ooh.
looked yesterday and I watched it today. I did. And when I got in, I went in. I thought it was gonna rain all day, buddy. I almost got the under the gas and everything. I went in the house. Didn't have all that gas. I put it chill for me while in the shower, and it's coming. So I got it done before it rained. I mean, water supplies.
Crispy. So that's why I cut it across there. Because now I can see what I need to do. Because this panel tucks underneath the roof panel. So trying to make it easier for me to access it without going way past what I should be doing. Now I can see it, and it'll be a lot easier to cut it out. Yeah, buddy. Can't walk this little bugger out of here. Look at that. What do we have here? Oh, you have a weld. Hell yeah. Alright, what I started doing on panels a while ago is I'll take the old panel and I'll cut off whatever little bit I need to measure, and I'll take it and place it over my new panel to kind of get an idea of where I need to cut at. Then I'll mark it, cut it, and then just trim back if I need. But most of the time it gets you pretty accurate. See, like here, I'll probably cut here and then I'll lay it over my new panel, measure it. That's like up there and stuff. It's just a quick way to kind of get your measurements pretty close, so you're not trying to, you know, on and off, on and off. A lot of people will cut them back to kind of close to where they've cut, and then they'll put it on the car, and then they'll just cut. You know, if you have like your new panel overlapping your old just a little bit, then they'll cut that line, which is fine. You can do it that way as well. But I've just started cutting my old panel off and then taking this little piece and sticking it over my new one, and then just cutting it that way. That way I'm not sticking it up there, cutting it, pulling it back off, doing all that other stuff. All right, so I got my pieces cut there. So what I was talking about was you take your panel, stick it over your new one. And it's good to find like a place, like, see, this one has that hole there. So and then get your panel right where you should have it, and then trim. But of course it's not going to fit completely perfect because, you know, you're taking two panels that are metal and trying to size them up with one another. They're not going to fit perfect, but this is close, you know. So say like if I cut this one here, or if I get it here and I measure it, right? So I should, you know, your line will be probably a little short or a little longer than where you are actually should be. So you could probably measure out just a little more, and then you'll probably be about accurate, you know, because when you put your new panel on, of course, this one's going to sit back. But it just gives you an idea, you know what I'm saying, to where you should be at. I mean, you can put it up there, test fit it, and you're not going to be 100%, but at least it gives you a faster way of getting to where you should be. Alright, so I got my panels cut. This is what I was talking about, is I can slip it onto my new panel. And it kind of gives me an idea of where it should be. You know, I can match up, you know, body lines and stuff like that. It gives you a little close area of where you should be cutting. That way you're not like on and off and, you know, you're cutting too much or too less. You know, it kind of gives you pretty accurate, and it's pretty quick about how you do it. That way you're not having to shove your panel on, because some of these panels you have to tuck under, like this one here. It tucks underneath that roof panel there, so pulling it on and off and on and off is a nightmare. But yeah, just a quick way of getting your panels measured and cutting your new panels to match your vehicle. Alright, I got them clamped. If you can find like areas like that where you can match up this panel to this one really good by like a hole in the panel or something, that's even better. But I've got it clamped, and no, they're not going to be like 100% match perfect, because you're taking two panels that are the exact same and placing them over each other, and they're not going to fit 100% perfect. But like I said, it's just a faster way to get your new panel to match your old panel when you're replacing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark this where I'm gonna cut at. I'm gonna mark it, take these off, cut, and then test fit. And you also, if you're like me, you know, if you're somebody who's trying to find all your spot weld places, you can also take your old panel, sit it over your new panel, and it kind of gives you an idea of where exactly your spot welds are. So then you can prep your new panel and you'll be pretty close where your spot welds are. I started doing that as well. Like here, you can mark where your spot welds are, and you can grind that area and then spray your weld through primer on like that. Just another quicker way to get your panels prepped, you know, especially if you're like a guy working commission or something and you're just trying to get it done as quick as possible. It's just easier ways of doing this. But like how I have this panel here matching the new panel, you know, like your holes and stuff. I mean, it's not gonna sit perfect, like, but it's close enough to give you a good head start. Alright, so you see where I have this mark, right? Where it goes on. Well, when you cut it, you're gonna want to cut it a little bit more forward from this line. So if you cut here, you're gonna have a gap between your panels. Probably a pretty good size one, because of course your panel here isn't matching directly with this one. So I would say go up a little bit past your line and then cut. Don't just cut directly on your marked line, because you're gonna have a gap. So wherever you've marked your lines at, just cut a little bit past that. I mean, you know, just a tip past, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so I got it marked. But you also have to account for your blade or whatever you're cutting with, the thickness of that as well. So, you know, say like my blade here, if I cut it on that tape line, you know, I might move my tape over a little bit more, but you get the idea. You just want a little bit past your mark line, because when you set your panel on the car, it's going to sit back away from the panels that are still on the car if you cut it directly on the line. So you want to go a little forward. You know what I mean? Alright boys, see, that's what we're going for right there. Yeah. Now when you make mistakes, you get that. I cut this panel when I should have been cutting on this panel. Got a little gap there, but maybe alright. See, this one here was throwing me off. So that's why my gap was wider, because I kept trimming it thinking that this panel was still needing to move. Well, if you can look at that body line there, that there is about flush. Well, you see that one there, how wider this is to that. Yeah, that's what was throwing me off. They don't exactly stamp them perfect, and it kept throwing me off because I thought I had to keep moving it forward to get that one matched, but really it matches here just fine. I mean, it's just that body line there is off, so it throws you off. But anyway, it's still weldable. I mean, I can weld that. It's not that bad. You want your gap about as tight as a tick's ass. But always remember, your new panels not going to match perfectly. That's why you got to cut, trim. You're constantly moving this thing to get it to match perfectly. That's why you always test fit your doors, everything, because these new panels do not match 100%. You would think they do, but they don't. So from factory, cars are dipped in this coating. It's like I guess a etching or epoxy primer. E-coat, I guess they call it. Maybe, possibly, yeah. Anyway, So I'm trying to mimic that on this quarter panel. So if someone ever goes and takes the interior panel off, they won't see a black quarter panel, and then they'll know it's been replaced. I want them to see this, so then they'll not think quarter panel's been replaced. I'm trying to be secretive about it, you know what I'm saying? Us body guys, we're always trying to be like the back door bandit, you know? Like when you're walking out the front door, the bandit's walking in the back door. Yeah, trying to be in and out without you knowing. You know what I'm saying? Backdoor bandit boys. I call them Jodies. You know, Jody. When you're walking out the front door, Jody's walking in the back door. You know what I'm saying? Damn Jodies. See what I'm after? Right there. It ain't really an accurate tint, but better than black for sure. We're getting there, boys. Still got that one to do. Is it pretty? No. Do I care? No. We're gonna get grinded down and filled. She's welded. A little bit of etching primer, a little bit of body work. She coming along though. So. Trimmed out. Get the door on it in the morning. Get this thing ready for the rest of the painting. Turned out really good though. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. Alright, so I got one more coat to put on this. When I come back in here, I'm going to show y'all how I'm going to do my blend. And then, should be good. Get it cleared. And get out of here for the day. But it all turned out pretty good. Alright, so when I do my blends with these gray colors, because a lot of times when you do a blend with these gray colors, you can see it. I mean, they just stick out. So what I'll do is I'll take my blender, which is a clear base coat, basically, and I'll spray my panel where I'm going to blend. And I'll get it kind of wet, and then I'll grab my base coat and I'll spray it into it. That way, this kind of helps the color lay out and blend out fairly good, that so you don't see the transition between the two colors. That makes sense. And when I do my blenders, a lot of times I don't go all the way to the end of the panel, because on like lighter colors, silver, stuff like that, if you take your blender and go all the way to the end of the panel, sometimes it'll darken it. The clear is going to do that anyways, but this kind of just make it less, so to speak. I don't know. It's just how I feel about it. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just where I'm at. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna spray away from it like this, that way, to keep it off of this edge. And then when I get this on, I'm gonna run, grab my color, come back, and just blend into it real fast. And then I'm gonna finish out the rest. Okay? Okay. Here we go. I didn't do it up here because it's not such a big area, so I never really had a whole lot of trouble with my blends on top panels. It's only on these bigger areas that you can see a lot more of. But up here, it should be good. Alright, so that's pretty good, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Let it dry. Should be good. Alright, so it's taken me a long time to get myself to do this, but when you're painting like metallics and stuff, you just need to go in there, spray it, and then walk away. Because if you stand there and watch it dry, it'll look splotchy, you won't like it, and then what you're going to do is you're going to start messing with it, which is going to cause you to be worse off than what you think it looks like. Because a lot of the time you can go in there and spray a metallic color and it'll look like garbage. I'm talking, it'll look modelly, and you'll be like, oh my god, this is going way worse than what I thought. Just leave it alone, let it dry. And how I do mine is I'll do a wet coat, first coat. Second coat, I kind of, it's like I step my, each time I put a coat on it back. Like I'll do really wet first, then I'll do semi-wet second, barely wet third, and then, you know, fourth, you know, so on and so forth. Not like saying like do it completely dry, just, you know, keep it a little less wet each time. That's how I do it, and it seems to work really great for me. And I used to have such a struggle with it until I just was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna go in there, I'm gonna spray it, I'm gonna leave it. And I just started making myself do that, and I mean, it's gotten better. So if you're having trouble with them, definitely try that. Like, just spray it and walk away. Just leave it alone, and be sure to tack in between coats, because metallics build up and then it'll cause like your next coat to build up and then it'll look modelly. We don't want that. So be sure to tack, spray them wet the first time, and then kind of back it off each coat, and you should be good. And y'all can call me crazy on this one, but it seems like every time I go to clear a car, every time I've just mixed it clear and then went in there and sprayed it, it's like the clear just, for for some reason it was just really thick or didn't spray that good. So, you know, it always sprayed better on my second coat, and I was thinking like, okay, well, what if I go ahead and just mix the clear, you know, maybe a couple minutes before I go in there and spray, and see if that helps. But for some reason, I don't know why. Maybe it's in my mind, but I'll mix my clear a couple minutes before I'm going in there to spray clear on my panels, and it seems to like just spray better on the first coat. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Crazy. Try it. See if y'all notice it, because I don't know. It just seems different to me. But I mean, y'all could try it out. Tell me how you feel about it. You know, let me know your thoughts. I mean, it just seems like it does something to me. I don't know why. Call me crazy, but yeah. Anyway, let me know. And I also gotten to where I'm spraying with the HVLP solder, the Jet X solder, and it says like 35 psi to 29 psi max at a 2.0 bar. But me, I've gotten to where I spray my air pressure a lot higher than what it actually calls for. And I don't know, it just sprays better. I don't know, it just does something. If I spray it with a lower air pressure, a lot of times it's like it's basically just coming out thick as hell, and I don't know, I've ran it more spraying it at the correct air pressure. I've had sags, or like I have a run in a spot. But when I've turned the air pressure up, it seems like I'm not working as hard to get it to look how I'm trying to get it to look. It's like I'll just turn the air pressure up and go with it, and it seems to work pretty good. But, you know, everybody's different. But that's just kind of how I've been doing it. I've been doing it for a while now, actually. And, yeah, I mean, my boss used to spray at low air pressure or at the correct air pressure, and then he started turning his air pressure up. And he says it sprays pretty good as well. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm on to something. But it does spray a lot better with the air pressure higher than what it's actually called for. To me. It just seems to lay out pretty good, but anyway. Here's the car. Wind looks pretty good. So I'm gonna get this clear on this thing. And get out of here. Turned out to be a pretty good job. I'm pretty happy with it. But yeah, let's get some clear on this. Alright, so the max is 35. So I turn it up to probably about 45. And I just go with it. It works pretty good for me.
See, it just lays out pretty good. I mean, even after it settles, it looks good, and it's a higher pressure than what it's called for. I don't know. It just looks better to me.
So, that's what it looks like. A little higher pressure. But, I mean, it looks freaking great, you know. You can't argue with it. But yeah, anyway. Hopefully I can get this thing back together tomorrow. But yeah, turned out really good. All right, take care now. Bye-bye then. If you little buggers was wondering how good my taillight fit, she fit really good, man. Look at that. Smooth. Smooth. Nice. Now, just in case you boys and girls was wondering why my panel looks a little bit off there and there, well, it's because they suck from the factory. See what I mean? I've done nothing to this side, and they don't line up. Man, I literally could not get it to line up evenly because the quarter panel couldn't go up any further when I was putting it on. So I matched this side. I mean, you could adjust the door, but I ain't doing all that. Anyway, there you go. Turned out good though. The blend looked really good. How I showed you how I did it. Works every time. Can't go wrong. I know a lot of y'all be watching my videos and then not liking them. I mean, do y'all go and poop and then not wipe? I mean, I'll do you one even better. Just like the video before you even watch it. I mean, it's just quicker. You know, you can do it quicker that way. Just before you even get invested in it, just go ahead and just hit the like button. You know? I'd appreciate it. Anyway, carry on. Tabs look really good. If you're wondering about that one, how it gets a little wider there. Well, if you come around here, same thing. Well, guys, the car's gone and I'm on the way home. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I do like quarter panel jobs sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes. Sometimes they're fun to do. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Learned something from it. How I did my blends and painting and stuff like that. Sometimes it can be a headache, but you know, you just gotta walk away from them. You can't just stand there and keep staring at them because it'll mess with you. You just gotta put it down and walk away. And it'll turn out pretty good. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm gonna try to get a video out every week. I'm gonna try to be consistent about it. But I don't know most of the time what jobs are coming in, so I'll see a job and I'm like, that'll make a good video, so I try to do that. But whatever I post, hope y'all like them. And yeah, I'll catch y'all next week on another one. Toodles.
Focus on the process, not the praise. Not the likes, not the wins, not the race. Don't stress what I can't control. I train my habits, I train my soul. And no shortcuts, no emotional mess. I trust the work, I do my best. The future's built by how I show it. I focus on the process.